Hey there, Mike Robbins here with another video blog post. This week I want to talk a little bit about taking care of our animal. Now, what do I mean by that? I was listening to an interview recently, a podcast interview actually, with Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of the brand new fantastic book, Big Magic, which is all about creativity. And in this interview, she was being interviewed by my friend Jonathan Fields, who has a great podcast called The Good Life Project. And he was asking her some different things about her creative process and whatnot. And she said, it's really important for me that I take care of my animal first. And Jonathan said, what do you mean, your animal? She said, the animal part of me. Like, I got to sleep, I got to eat, I got to care for myself. She said, if someone gave me an animal to care for, how would I treat that animal? Would I give it enough to eat? Would I give it enough to drink? Would I make sure that it had somewhere safe and warm and comfortable and dry to sleep? How would I treat that animal? I would care for it. And I got to do the same thing for myself, she said. Now, she's basically talking about self-care, right? She's basically talking about managing our own well-being, but she said it in this way that really struck me. She said, because I know when I take care of my animal, my supercomputer functions incredibly well. And what she means by the supercomputer, not just her brain, but her whole internal being, that whole part of her where creativity comes from. Her brain, her mind, of course, but also her heart, her soul, that place that we're open to for inspiration. And as I thought about it, I went, oh my goodness, I totally know what she's talking about. Like, there's the animal me. There's my physicality. There's how do I eat, and how do I sleep, and am I exercising, and what am I doing, and how much am I working, and what am I putting around me, and what am I engaging in a lot of drama, all the things that I do or don't do at times to take care of myself physically. And when I do that, I'm always amazed at what can happen, not just mentally, emotionally, but what I'm able to create. I mean, think about this in your own life. Now look, there are times it's easier to do this than others, absolutely. But thinking about this distinction between the animal me and the supercomputer me has made a big difference. And I've noticed something interesting in the last week. As I've started to take a little better care of myself, I've started to get back on track with a few of my self-care practices and things. And not to be obsessive about it, not to be crazy about it. But just yesterday, this idea that I'd had that I'd wanted to kind of put down on paper and share with some people about the idea potentially for a new book, it just kind of came out of me. I had a little space, I had a little time, and there it was. Pretty easy, actually. And I thought to myself, wow, I've been taking a little bit better care of my animal, and the supercomputer's functioning at a higher level. Now again, look, sometimes we get sick. We get the flu, we get a cold, we're run down. Sometimes we have something more serious going on physically. And taking care of our animal then becomes harder, more challenging. Sometimes we can also become obsessed with it. I've definitely gone through periods in my life where that's the case, where it's all about working out, it's all about how much I weigh, it's all about what I'm eating, and those things are important. But again, remember, that's not the goal of the game. We all have different goals of this game we're playing in life, and very few of them are, I'm going to take perfect care of my body. Because, you know, by the way, just to make it abundantly clear, none of us are getting out of this thing alive, physically. So if we obsess too much about our bodies and about our physicality, we miss the point. We miss the love, the inspiration, the connection, the perspective, all the things that are most important to us. But think right now how well you're taking care of your animal. And if you think of it in that way, not to judge yourself or criticize yourself or, oh, I should go to the gym more, or I should eat better or drink less, but really in that kind, compassionate way you would if you were caring for an animal or a baby or another entity outside of yourself that needed your support, your care, your protection in order to be able to survive. When we care for our human animal that way, we can create incredible things. It's not just about being less stressed out and a little more rested and less irritable. That's part of it, but it's really about allowing that amazing internal supercomputer that we all have to operate at the highest level and to allow whatever creative expression looks like for us to flow through us with ease, with abundance, and with some magic. Thanks for watching. I look forward to connecting with you again sometime soon.